And the next plant I'm going to come to is the pomegranate. Now I wasn't sure what this is. I think it's a nana variety. Now these are not great for eating. They don't produce really very edible fruit. They're more an ornamental variety, and I can tell this because the leaves are so small. I think you can eat the fruit, but you have to have certain tolerance of very poor quality fruit in order to eat them. But as yet, I haven't actually had any flowers, never mind fruit. And as you can see, there's, apart from my shadow of my head, if I come around to the other side, there's no sign of any flowers on it, which is surprising. I would have thought it was old enough now, but still there's no sign. I did cut it back a third, thinking that it might allow some flowers to grow, but as yet no flowers. I think it's just one of those things, wait and see. If it doesn't react, I might have to replace it with a true pomegranate that is going to produce fruit, because obviously that's what I want. But we'll see. Anyway, enough of that. Leave that one to the side now. I'm just going to go to my citrus bed now, and this has performed quite well. The citrus I'm happy with. As you can see, it's just there in front of me. It's very healthy, a lot of leaves, no flowers yet. I thought it might have flowered by now or be starting to develop flowers, but to be fair, it's still ripening. That top growth you can see there's a lot of top growth that's ripening still. And then I've planted around it, making sure not too close, because citrus do not like having their roots competing with other plants. So these are just bedding in general, so all of this stuff was bedding. You'll get rid of it in the winter, but I've started to plant more perennial stuff around here that will sort of on the theme of being an arid border. So I've got Agypanthus, I've got Lampranthus echeveria, sorry, and Lantana, which are flowering nicely, as you can see. I'll dig them up in winter and store them, or the Lantana. I've also got some Cobrotus rossii here, those spiky leaves, an Aloe aristata there, some Opuntia humifusa and an Aeonium there, and Aloe striatula. So I eventually want this to be, the outside flanks of this bed to be like an arid bed, and I'll move away then from bedding this bedding you can see here. I'll move away from that and more towards arid. I might look at getting something like an agave, or because it's well draining, obviously, because it's on a raised mound. So yeah, right, so that's the citrus, as you can see from here, looking healthy, really good, happy with that. We'll have to see how it gets in the winter. That is, of course, by the way, a yuzu plants are very tolerant to the cold in comparison. If you're interested in the yuzu, take a look at my previous video on yuzu, which I've done, and I'll explain more about it on that video, and you can have a listen to that and see what you think there. As I move around now to my last my last area in this area of fruit shrub is, of course, the strawberry tree, the Arbutus unido, and it's right here. It put extra flushes out, really looking healthy. Obviously it's completely hardy, no problem. It's got fruit on it somewhere. The problem is with this though, is that it's hidden. The fruit is very much hidden now because of all this new growth. So trying to find it is tough. Where is it? Oh, here we go, found some. There it is. You can see, I think, yeah, there they are, look. You can see the fruit developing. They're getting slowly bigger. So by winter time, when they start flowering again, sorry, that's someone else's plot. When they start flowering again, they will hopefully be a good size. And I've probably got more here than I think. We've yet to see whether we'll be able to do anything with them. It might just be a case of leaving them on for ornamental purposes this year. The last thing I want to show you actually from this area is this grapevine here. Now, I bought this last year and it wasn't very big, but now it's growing. This is a Queen of Esther grape, one of the best vines for the north. I'm not sure whether I did a video for this, but if I have, it'll be a few videos back. I'm training this up currently. As you can see, this is the strongest stem I've identified. I'm going to train it up here, then cut it there and let it branch out either way. So I'm going to espalier it. But yeah, it's looking good compared to what it was. It's not It's not hugely massive, but like I said, it's this stem here. This is going to be my main stem, this one here. So I'm gonna put all the effort into that next year, and hopefully that will get us a good crop of table grapes. Again, that's Queen of Esther, the variety.